And that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Indianapolis Colts. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
First down.
Prescott to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man Hilton. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
To number 34.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. And able to find Kirk complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
9-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. No score after 1 on EA Sports. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal.
On for the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Prescott from the gun on third. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
By Richard Sherman.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. He's got Burton here. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today.
A 28-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It was Jamal Adams up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
3rd and long for Prescott. And Prescott, his third interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 48-yard line.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now left side on the swing pass. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
39-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. They'll try to run this one in, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal.
Coming to you.
They're going to look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumble snap that can get returned, a straight sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Number 38.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
30-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
The ball carrier.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Down Viking.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down at the 39.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Prescott's pass.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 36.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run good for 18 and a first down.
At the 45-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12.
Ball carrier.
8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try to take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Play to the running back.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
Prescott from the gun. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Past the 20. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Prescott. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Here's Prescott. He's going to air it out deep for Amendola. And that is caught. But how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how. And in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
The Colts on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Pro Bowler Chris Jones able to work his way in and record the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Now Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on second down. Prescott, he's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Minnesota.
Here's Prescott. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
First and goal.
That's good for 28 yards. Tailback. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Prescott now. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
To Cameron Brate.
Cameron Brate, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
There it is, partner. You see it. Four fingers. What does that mean?
4 fingers. That signifies the fourth quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the fourth quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up, had that lead. They were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
And 7.
Let's get it.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now they try the right side here. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Today's Final score, Vikings.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Minnesota, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports. it.